Speaking of Texas,
Base Texas.
Yeah.
base Texan man gonna fuck him up some Democrats.
Oh yeah, by arresting them when they come back.
I
Yeah.
approve.
Are they allowed to do that?
Yeah,
I've heard by state law they can.
they can.
Oh my god, arrest the Democrats. That sounds like a name for a good album.
Yeah.
I don't think
So
it's
wait, what is
arrest.
this?
It's not arrest them so much as in take them to prison, take them to court, then put them in jail for like decades. It's no, arrest them, put them in handcuffs, and drag them to the floor of the Senate or whatever it is,
Senate, I think, yeah.
and then abuse the fuck out of them.
So
Yeah. So
but,
basically,
arrested for. What does this mean, guys?
So basically, the story behind this is that the Texas state legislature was going to pass a few bills. There was like a election security bill that was going to be passed. And among other things, there was that, and there was like a bill where it was like biological men shouldn't be competing in women's sports. A bunch of like really based legislation. And like Democrats do not have the numbers in the Texas state legislature. Like
No, they
and so it's like the only thing they could do like is like 50 or so Democrat legislators in Texas like got on a private jet together without masks, mind you. They weren't wearing the masks on the plane with each other in a confined space, even though the normies have to wear masks on planes still. And they're like sipping champagne on the plane. They get into Washington. And because they left and like there were not enough people in the state legislature, they can't pass anything. And so they fly to Washington, D.C., get off. The media is like sucking their dicks and everything. Joe Biden's like, oh, yeah, very brave. And, they get to Washington, D.C., and as they like get like fucking interviewed or something, or they're giving a speech, they all just start singing, "We will overcome.
Such
We
cringe.
will over." Yeah, it's like, oh man, like no, like don't do it. Like that song actually has like historical significance and like
We shall overcome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song has historical significance in the U.S. as being like a thing used like
With civil rights there, isn't it?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
For like segregation and shit. And they're like singing this while like smiling and sipping champagne and being like celebrated by the national media after like shutting down democracy in Texas. And at the same time, mind you, the Democrats are complaining that the filibuster is essentially Jim Crow for like not
Oh my
letting
God.
like a 51 to 50 majority pass like controversial legislation, whereas they're shutting down a legislature with a much larger majority than that and like bragging about it and getting their dick sucked by the media. So Greg Abbott doesn't like fucking like that at all, and he's like, yeah, when they come back, we're arresting them.
I think they have to go back because it's their job.
Eh. I've
It's kind of funny when you say like, "Hey, look, if I go back to work, I'm going to be arrested." And something about that gives me great joy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just the idea of any politician in a handcuff, just
Yeah. So
smiling
it's not what you
Yeah,
traditionally
drag them
think.
through the town square, like as
First,
far
yeah.
as I'm
Open French
concerned.
Revolution style.
But yeah, it's really interesting because the governor can call a session of what's it called, the assembly or something. So the governor can call a session, and then he says everyone must show up, and then he goes, "Oh, they haven't shown up. You officer over there, make them go fetch."
I think it's very masculine and demeaning at the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's quite funny. Dear bitches, you do not show up. You shall be fetched and dragged here by your hair, like the wenches that you are. I agree with the public shaming. I think, remember those old boards you used to put your face and hands in, and then people would like throw things to your
Stops.
face?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, we should bring those back.
Well,
I'm warming
I
up
think the
to the idea.
Democrats should be hog-tied and then stuck on poles and then be carried into the assembly and dumped on the floor.
I don't know why, but I thought about that scene in Novak in or no, was it? It was who? What was the town in Fallout where the Caesar's Legion ripped him? Nipton in New Vegas. There's a bunch of people on the crucifixes and the town's on fire.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you should do that.
yeah. Burn down
I've
Chicago
never
and
actually,
crucify the
I've never
Democrats.
actually played. I know Callum wants Sargon to play with Caesar, and I've never actually played with Caesar because I thought it's tyrannical, and he is a fucking tyrant, and I don't like his idea of society. But
Yeah,
apparently the lore is really good,
it is.
and I don't like the idea of Caesar's Legion. I always go with the because libertarian. I always side with Yes Man, and fuck off your taxing NPR, and fuck off your slaving legions. I actually think Mr. House is
You
the
should
best.
take over Caesar's Legion and then stop the bullshit.
I don't think you can do that.
I wouldn't it be nice if you could.
Yeah, I always side with either Yes Man, although I think Mr. House is actually the best choice.
It's the best
The
choice for the wellness of California.
Um,
NCR just is more of the rot.
yeah, I actually agree with that, but the reason I went with Mr. House is because when they ask him like, why should I choose you instead of having it free? And he says, because I'm the best person for the job. I know what the hell I'm doing, and I don't have the corruptibility of a regular bureaucrat because I'm in this tank. I'm not moving. I just want to see my vision carried out, and his vision has immense prosperity and idealism built into it. He just like wants to leave a legacy of I'm the one man who can lead you. Like he's Elon Musk in a tank.
Basically.
Yeah, and
there's one thing I wonder though. Doesn't he? How long could he live with that tank?
200 years.
200 more years?
Apparently. Or so it says. I think the lore was roughly around that. And I thought I know it's described as despotic pre-war glory, but I looked at I looked at all the options. I went, the libertarianism is free, but it lacks structure, like anarchic. Legion is tyrannical, maybe orderly, but there's slavery involved, so I can't go with that. And the NCR is like he said is democratic rot, because he says if you want to see the fate of democracies, look out the window. So I thought, I don't recall ever using. I think I did once. I decided to side with Mr. House. If I played it now, I would definitely side with Mr. House because I'm just based on my political outlook has shifted more towards. I like libertarianism as an ideal, but that can only work when the people in the society are living with it. If you start mixing in other cultures that don't respect it, it just goes to shit. So you need to have. I don't want to say an iron fist, but you need to have an iron fist when it comes to enforcing your law. Otherwise, it goes to shit. You cannot have the stench of communism. Like, no, communism should be rooted out with a fist to the head.
Yep.
It's a cancer, and it needs to be exterminated. I'm
That
aware that this language is making somebody going like, oh my god, this sounds tyrannical. Yeah, says the communist. Fuck off. Don't talk to me about tyranny. That's like pot calling Uber fucking kettle black.
Yeah.
So yes.
I mean, I think when it comes to the idea of fucking tyranny and shit, communists, socialists, and the like, they should just shut the fuck up. They got nothing to say.
I feel like when anyone says, "I want to have a bigger government," no, like is it? Where is it that that old '50s guy that just says like "stop right there"? Like that would be my response to every one of them. It just says, "I want the government to." Unless the next word out of your mouth is "fuck off," you should fuck off.
Yeah.
That's just, you just look at history and go, why would you, like, every time this has been tried, these people, you put politicians with more money and power, you know what happens to them? They get blood drunk with it and abuse it because power is dangerous and should be dissipated and spread among as many people as you can. You fuckwits. Now I want to play New Vegas and side with Mr. House.
Taste spoon.
Based. So just to finish up on what based Governor Abbott's doing. In Texas, they have special sessions that last 30 days. The governor calls them, and he'll continue calling special session after special session, because they have to fucking show up eventually. Whether they have to be dragged kicking and screaming.
Would they eventually be considered fugitives if they don't?
Technically, they're already fugitives.
Oh, are they? Okay.
At least that's my
This is out of my
understanding.
expertise. This is out of my expertise, but I am aware that of the arrest thing, because I thought that's fucking hilarious.
But yeah, they are wanted for arrest in the state of Texas and have fled interstate. They are technically fugitives.
Oh. Ooh, that sounds bad.
We all know that fucking Washington and the federal government are going to protect them.
Hello, Prime Knight. Nice of you to join us. Good to see you.
The
Let's
US
see.
government is kind of fucked right now.
Yeah. So, the last thing is that Abbott noted that the lawmakers were effectively using a filibuster to flee the state of Texas to plead with the president to do away with the filibuster in Washington, D.C., which he noted was hypocrisy on its face. Yes.
Of course it is.
Oh shit, I didn't hear that comment. I said exactly the
Yeah.
based.
Yeah.
Did you guys hear Jen Psaki describe Cuba as bad management?
No.
Why?
I heard about it, but I didn't hear her say it because
I saw in the
talk, I
JP
wanna-
War Room the commentators, the press corps asking them, aren't they fleeing Cuba because of communism? And she just says, well, we can talk about that. I think people have a right to protest, and they are protesting the bad management of the government. And I'm looking at this going, say communism. Say it. Say communism is the reason they're fleeing, you fucking psycho. Like, if you are a United States citizen and you can't say communism sucks and is why people are fleeing it, you need to get the fuck out of the government. Immediately. Like, anything to do with the state, you fuck off. Out of a cannon, into the sun.
This comes back to what you guys were saying earlier. Send the communists to Cuba and let the refugees in. Problem fucking solved.
Yes. But that's never going to happen because they would lose.
Yeah. And they don't want that.
It was legitimately terrifying to me that you can't just say that. That to me just makes it sound. There was that saying that see who you can't criticize is who you're led by.
Yeah, something like that.
Can't criticize those who you are led by. Yeah, and my name is Dr. Love.
Yeah, if you find out who's leading you, see who you can't criticize. And the fact that you can't say communism is bad, that makes me go like, you're being run by the communists. That's why you can't say that. That and because they don't want the Cuban refugees, because the Cuban refugees all vote Republican.
Yes. Like
'Cause
all
they're
the
fleeing
Cubans
Cuba.
in Florida.
Yeah, they've sold out their fellow darkies for a shot at whiteness.
Yeah.
Good for
Seems
them.
like whiteness is pretty inclusive.
Yeah, whiteness is pretty good if people are coming from all over the country to get some of it.
As a evil, cruel, white supremacist, I welcome our Cuban brother into the white race.
Yeah.
And everyone else...
Would you like to become white, sir? What do you have to do? Show up on time, work hard, and don't be an asshole. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah.
Basically, what they're trying to imply that if you can't do these things, you can't be white, which is really patronizing.
I mean,
You're telling me that only white people can work hard, show up on time. That's really condescending. Seriously, that's just like if you have that view of any other human being other than white people, you're an asshole.
Pretty much.
Wish I was joking right now. This is not even a joke. This is seriously what they actually believe.
It is.
Which is, I don't know how people though just go, "You're a racist asshole." You know that? Hey, you fucking prick! Like, you think only these people can do this?
Yeah,
You think black people can't tell time?
When they go, oh, it's just black culture to have knife children, and the police shouldn't get involved. It's a black thing, or like fucking
American culture as well, by the way.
or when they're like, why are these racists attacking these like black ladies twerking on an ambulance that has a gunshot victim inside? Like, it's like, Is that
Did that
seriously
actually
like
happen?
Yes, it happened.
Oh, that's
Is-
not a thing.
what?
That's not a joke. That's actually a thing.
Yeah, there's like a I'll send you a link, but it's like, like black ladies like talking on an ambulance during a Juneteenth celebration or something.
Fucking god.
And yeah, but I mean, is that really how low they have the bar set? Like, it seems like they
Yes.
seems like the progressives imagine black people as if they're like, people from New Jersey in that one South Park episode.
I've heard several people say that liberals consider black people like their pets.
Yeah.
Seems like
Yeah.
it really
Yeah,
does.
and the way that like without us they can't like they have this massive white savior complex. Like without us, the benevolent white liberals, these Negroes will never be able to survive. They need us. Like, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, you think you're going to use your white privilege
Me,
to belittle these people to be
me.
dependent on you forever? Like, it's just fuck off.
Knee and Gur. That's it. Not the other one.
Oh god.
So,
I
student
hate
of
white
history
liberals.
actually brings up something quite funny. The Secretary of Homeland Security is named Alejandro Mayorkas. Guess where he was born?
Let me guess. Cuba?
Yeah, he was born in Cuba. He was the one who said Cubans shouldn't come.
Oh, wait. This is the Memology 101. I saw it in that video.
Yeah.
Fucking asshole.
Like, I'm sorry, but you are... I hope there is a hell so that you can go there. Your fucking family fled Castro under communism. And now someone else in your own homeland wants to do that and you're saying no. Like, fuck you. Like, I hope you get set on fire. Seriously, that you are a despicable human being. Like, you know the theory that your family fled and now someone else wants to do it and you deny them that. Like, I legit want to harm that guy. I want to punch him in the face. And just like, you're a fucking asshole. Like, what the hell gives you the right to do this? Just... I'm having a hard time thinking of anyone I hated when I just saw that guy say this. Like, I want to harm you. Just because you're a shit person.
Wait, student of history, they actually use that phrase. Holy shit.
What phrase?
What phrase?
Trump stealing the black vote.
Yeah, they did.
By giving them jobs?
Yep.
That is so fucking shameless. So shameless.
I mean, did you expect anything else?
No, I mean, I'm at this point in time, I'm becoming decreasingly less surprised by their power grabbing psychopathic nature, really. But the fact that the Democrats have any votes, it literally depresses me. Because if you just listen to them and how they treat everyone else who disagrees with them, it's just like you hate everyone who disagrees with you, and you are very condescending to people who do. So it's just like you're just like horrible people.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people are like, "Oh man, like they're not that bad. Why do you dislike?" I'm like,
This.
if I had any kind of serious public platform, they would be calling me all sorts of names. They would be completely assassinating my character, calling me some like white supremacist for like no justifiable reason. Like, they would be smearing me up and down the wall in their fucking media outlets. So yeah, I kind of have a problem with them.
I'm a white cultural supremacist. Is that okay?
That's okay for me.
Biased.
Yeah. Yeah.
I honestly don't give a fuck.
And this
Because
is
you're
what
better. Because no matter how bad or whatever edgy you can say, you'll still be immeasurably better than any of what the fucking commies want to do.
Yeah, like
Immeasurably.
I don't want to enslave anyone. I have this thing of I consider the country like a home, and if you wish to make your home here, I ask that you respect the rules of the home, and then you are free to come and go as you wish. I don't think that is too much to ask. That sounds fine. And if you disagree with this, fuck off. It's very simple. Any objections?
Nope.
No, see, there we go. I think I should run for public office. I think I'd be a good politician.
Yeah, like
I'd be hated by a lot of people.
It'll be funny though.
Such an outspoken asshole. Like, yes.
But then again, outspoken assholes are the people who
Get shit done.
yes.
Yes.
That's like fucking like the Catholic
Trump.
Church got that right. The phrase like "when in Rome, do as the Romans do" is from like a saint in the Catholic Church. Like, when Saint Monica and her son Saint Saturday observed as a fast day in Rome where they planned to visit. However, it wasn't a fast day where they lived. They consulted Saint Ambrose, and he said, when I'm here, I don't fast on Saturday. When I'm in Rome, I fast on Saturday, which brought about the saying.
Yeah, sounds pretty
It's
good.
basic shit. Like,
There is a part of me that does want to run for some sort of public office, but I feel I would be too edgy for the populace. Because I don't have a filter, and I don't have time for like the politics of politicking, where it's just like this like dog and pony show of horse shit, and I'm very much a cut and dry kind of person, and I don't mealy mouth around stupid shit. I would be like Trump, like that. The one moment when someone asked Trump something, and Trump just went, "What a stupid question!" Like that would be me. I would do that exact same thing. Like, why the hell are you asking me that? Like, just fuck off.
Or like when Trump was like running, and someone was like, "Stop using the term anchor, baby." And they're like, "Oh, for some reason it like ties slavery and is offensive." It doesn't.
Oh, but do you guys know who Larry Elder is?
Well, I mean, real quick, they all like, and then Trump was like, okay, "I think you should call them immigrant dreamers of the block." And she gave like some like 5-word thing, and Trump's like, "No, I think I'm just gonna call them anchor babies."
I mean, it's easier, simple,
Yeah, and it's
clean.
faster.
That too.
Yeah, but do you guys know who Larry Elder is? I'm assuming you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running for governor of California.
Ooh.
Really?
And oh my god, do I so want him to win. Because he's black, and he's very conservative. And he's a fan of Thomas Sowell.
Even better.
Yeah. He's the one that made Dave Rubin sane.
Really?
Rave Dubin?
Yeah, you know that clip where it's like he said you can make a case for systemic racism, and Larry just went, "Give me the most blatant example of systemic racism you can think of right now." And he brought up the police, and Larry just like massacres him with just this brutal line of like, "This is how many people got shot. This is how many people were arrested. The idea that there is systemic racism against black people is BS." And I feel like Larry has heard this argument like 50,000 times, and he just mauls Dave Rubin. And Dave Rubin says like this was a moment where he realized that I am out of my depth here, and this guy knows way more than me. And he kept the clip in to his credit. And just look up Dave Rubin and Larry Elder, and you'll see that clip is like the top one. And Dave considers Larry like one of his awakening moments is with Larry. And Larry is very, very outspoken. Like, he's also one of the reasons the Hodge twins are conservatives, because they watch Larry Elder, and thank God for that. So he's also one of my biggest influences in politics, because I went like, oh my God, there's a black person who can think like this and speak like this. I'm glad. I didn't know that blacks think like this, because
Well, it's a clean-cut, articulate black man in the country ever seen that.
Oh no, he would consider a black. Biden would call Larry Elder a troublesome Negro.
He'd call him an Uncle Tim?
Yeah, pretty much. I've heard him being called Uncle Tom, and I just went, I don't know. I don't understand how you can be black. You live in the United States longer than most white people. White people can learn from other white people in Europe and still be considered fine. Asians can come over to the United States and become American, they're not sellouts. But if you somehow listen to the dominant culture that is more wealthy and more educated than you, you're somehow selling out to what?
Culture.
I don't understand that.
Well, the thing is,
Civilization.
even Obama, like even Obama in the olden days, that was a problem. Like he
He's
was
a
like,
well-spoken
yeah, there's
fuck.
like a stereotype against like being black and actually like being educated, like in the black community.
Talking white.
Acting white, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back. I need to get water.
Can I just say how hilariously the biggest like proponents of white supremacy is blacks?
Yep.
Like you say talking white. So being proper, educated, and sounding like you know what you are speaking about is considered a white trait. You make white people sound great. You make us sound like educated, sophisticated people. Why is this bad? Oh, you talk white. I sound normal. I speak English properly. Yes. So even in your own community, you consider being a normal, civilized person a white trait. Who else would say that about us? I've never heard an Asian person or an Indian American just say, "Oh, look, white-spoken person. I'm going to be like them." No one has ever said that. Literally, only blacks say this. Why? It's just
God knows.
weird.
Democrats. That's why.
I've
We'll blame the Democrats.
I find that fascinating and bizarre because the first time I heard that phrase, I just thought, why did blacks say so? Like the thing that makes white culture successful, you consider bad. This is why you suck. You actually consider these things a poor quality when it's like the foundation of why white people are top of the socioeconomic ladder and you're not. It's just mind blowing. I was like, wow, that says a lot about your culture. It
Very
really
much.
does.
Oh my! I'm saying that word a bit too much, but I agree. It fits so well to what we're talking about.
What, just that mentality?
Nah, I'm just. I have a tendency of saying pretty much rather often.
But it's true.
Yeah,
It's
it is.
just
It's the situation we're in, and it is exactly the summary of what we're talking about.
You know what's the most I'll say this right now. This is the most fucked up thing I'll say, right? So, do you guys know the movie Birth of a Nation?
Yeah,
So it's a movie about the emergence of the KKK in the South.
right.
And someone described the movie as depicting blacks as like degenerate barbarians and incapable of civility, something like that. And I shared this line with a friend of mine who's mixed. His mom's black and his father's white. You know what his reply to me was?
No.
He said, "So it's accurate."
Holy shit!
I just laughed my ass off that this mixed black guy hears that and that's his first response. I'm like, fucking hell, that's really funny. It's hilariously inappropriate, but it is really funny.
Yes.
I was like, God damn, dude. Like, anyone else who say this, they would have your head. And he just went, I don't fucking care. It's true. I'm like, he's really based. He is really, really based. But like, God damn, like, that's really fucked up to say this. Oh, God, it's still funny. It's horrible. I had a word with him about this because he said to me, he was hanging out with some of his black friends, and his father came to pick him up, and his father is a well-off man. And his father came pick it up in a BMW, well, not BMW, in a Mercedes-Benz, and instantly everyone hated him because he came from money. And me being an asshole, I said, is it because of your father having money or because you know who your father is?
Oh, that's a good one. But those two
he just
things,
laughed into it. He said probably both.
Those two things do correlate strongly.
Yeah, and he said that that made him realize that this is they just hate like a culture of success, and he had a word to me about like how his like the patience of his father is insane because like he said like his wife's family didn't like him because he's a white guy, And he said, it's funny, when it comes to the credit scores, they fucking like him because he's the one who cleaned up their credit scores. So the second they want white help, they'll happily accept his. But anyone else, they don't like him. And I said, like, how does this influence your raising? Because, you know, because he's like, his mom is on the lighter skin and his father is like Aryan, for heaven's sakes. And he said, I think the mentality of his father rubbed off on his mother, because when he was hanging out with black kids, his father said to him, I want you to hang out with these people, so when you're older, you'll understand this. He didn't say anything, but he said, like, when he was older and he saw what they were going through, he went, oh, this is what my father meant. So he grew up with, like, this mentality of, I'm too young to understand this, but when I'm older, I will. And when he saw that, and it's funny, he said to me, his own mom said to him, stay away from black kids. They're bad influence. Don't hang out with them. And I just thought, your own mom is black, and she said it's like, yeah, stay away from the N-words. So like, your own mom is black, said it's like, yes. And your father said the same thing, yes. When, okay, that's unusual. But I had a word with him about, like, how do you see race relations? And he sees it like a white kid. He's like, yes, we have a horrible culture, and these kids are told to worship the shittiest things in our society. And it just leads them down a bad road. And he just said, when he got old and he saw this, he went, okay, this is what I'm up against, and this is what I need to avoid. And he's a cool kid. Way smarter than I am, I would say. If I ever tell him that, he's gonna say, no, I'm full of shit and I'm smarter than him is. But no, he's definitely got some brains. But it's funny to me because he speaks in a really ghetto way with me, which is unusual because he says that when he's around other people, he speaks in like a very proper manner. But around me, he'll call me the N-word for the hell of it. He says, like, you're basically a white version of me. And it's yeah, it's cool. I would. He's in our Discord group.
Really?
Yeah, like Lux Fuckery, that guy.
Oh.
He's really cool. Yeah, he's a very cool guy. It's funny because I'm in a Discord group of people, and there's a Muslim girl who likes Trump, which already raises eyebrows because there's a lot of Muslims in the thing, and I'm a Trump supporter in a room full of lefties. And then here comes this, Muslim girl, and everyone is, and she likes me, and everyone just says, you're friends with Spoon? You're a Muslim. Yes, and? Spoon's an asshole, he hates you. No, he doesn't. He's nice. And everyone's mind blown, like, how the hell can you and Spoon get along? Like, you're a Muslim and conservative, you're nice. Spoon's an outspoken asshole, but you get along. It's like, yes, because we actually have similar values, you morons. And also, she's based. You people are not. You're communists. So there's the reason why I like her. She's a Muslim and she likes Trump, which means she's got sense. The rest of you fuckers don't. And I'm accused of being a white supremacist, and like all of the people who I get along with are not whites in that Discord. It's like there's a Pakistani guy, a Pakistani girl, and a mixed guy. So all my favorite people are non-white, and they like me, but I'm a white supremacist. Like, I'm a shitty white supremacist. Like, all my friends are not white. I really suck at it.
You really need to brush up on your white supremacy here, man. Jesus.
I'm not going to read Mein Kampf.
Come on, you know it's a good...
Oh my god, wait, there is actually proof that white can have black friends.
Yeah, I'm living proof of that.
No, I mean like Robin, oh my god. Robin DiAngelo and the Democrats.
Oh, the racist? I feel like when somebody says, I'm a racist, I don't think you should listen to them when it comes to race relations. I feel like that's... I don't understand how when someone says, this is how I combat my whiteness. I'm a racist. Okay, I'm not going to listen to you then. Like, just fuck off. Just put the book aside, set it on fire, and then just, no.
Yeah, she says when she's around a black person she doesn't know, she has to like work to suppress feelings of disgust and hatred.
Yeah, because she's...
Is that actually in her book?
That sounds so fucking healthy.
Well, it's more implied. What she says is when she's friends with a black person, she doesn't have to do that. Implying that when she's not friends with a black person, she has to do that.
Okay, so you are apprehensive around this person that you don't know, and then when you get to know them, you feel less apprehensive. That's normal. That's like a normal social interaction. But the bit about the apprehensive is the bit that I would question, because by that logic, you're implying that you have a bias without knowing someone, and I wonder how you would get that biased.
Well, I mean, the language she uses
Being normal is
specifically.
a crime.
The language she uses specifically is kind of extreme.
Shady.
Yeah, because like feelings of disgust and hatred.
That's quite. That's
a
quite
lot.
harsh.
That's a lot different from the emotional reaction of,
Skeptical.
oh, there's this guy in the hood sagging his pants. Like, I don't want to get stabbed. Like, that's a very different emotional response from disgust and hatred.
I mean, I literally made a video about this where I asked that question. Oh, I literally said, "How do you think you get this bias?" It's not because you. And then I showed some clips, and I remember someone discussing 2 of those clips in a previous video. That's how I knew I would get them. Especially the Disneyland one. Did you guys ever see that, by the way? The black family in Disneyland fighting?
I saw it in your video, but
Oh my god, you should watch the full version of that. It's
Is it
bizarre.
linked?
okay, you send me that. I'll send you the ambulance twerking.
Yeah, okay, I'll send you. It's just this family is like 4 or 5 blacks, and they just start disagreeing, and they just start swinging punches like in the middle of Disneyland.
Really?
Of which, yes, and you see the rest of the people just look at them like they're fucking circus monkeys. And I'm just this literally happened. They were expelled from Disneyland, by the way. Thank God for that. But I'm looking at this going, do you not feel some kind of shame that you're doing this? Like, this is embarrassing. Whenever I see that, there's a bit of me that becomes my character, my avatar, and just think like, you are so uncivilized and I'm so much better than you. Because I wouldn't dream of doing this in public. You look just like barbaric.
Yeah, the only few times I've done shit like that in public, my age was in the single digits.
Yeah. Like when you're a child, but when you're an adult and you're around children, your own kids are seeing you do this. I just think, oh my god, you're just repeating the cycle. And this fat bitch just falls down. And you know how like black women are shaped like fucking elephants' asses? Like she's one of those, like fucking, rhino ass, and she just falls. She looks like a hippo. And she just falls down, and it's, oh god, it's embarrassing and funny at the same time. But just to see everyone else look at them like it's a fucking day at the zoo. Man, it's fucking... Or the woman who just starts throwing plates in the middle of like a fucking restaurant. And the saddest... The saddest bit about that, right, is I watched the full clip because I only showed a bit of it. But the guy recording it about, I said like maybe 10 seconds after the clip just says, "World Star." So you know where this is going to end up. Why? Why are you proud of this? Why do you want to show this to people?
I have no idea. Do I even want to know? That's a question. Do we really want to know?
I think because it gets them some kind of e-fame. But it's not for good reasons. This is why I said, like, this is why you have your reputation. This is why I said that if you went, black guy wins $30,000, buys $20,000 gold chain and gets robbed, who comes to mind? Blacks. Because no other fucking race is that stupid.
Well, obviously it comes to mind if you say black guy.
Oh, did I say that? Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Man wins $30,000. I remember watching the Hot
But
Ones,
again, we're obviously talking about like culture here because like again
Yes.
like Nigerian immigrants. I just want to stress this because, like, the way you're wording some of this would be like really easy to take out of context.
but I know, but like in the video, I just say that this is obviously not all black people because I know Africans would avoid this like the plague because they were like, "This is really stupid. Don't behave like these people." And I know I've heard Africans just say like no, black Americans are like fucking idiots because their behavior is just nuts. Like it's not conducive to a healthy society in any way. And when I heard that, I was like, "Oh, you guys don't like this either?" Like, no, this is just stupid. Like, oh, okay, you guys are cool. And it's really that simple. Just don't do stupid shit like this. You just look nuts. But yeah. But again, read Black Rednecks and White Liberals, and you'll understand why. Because there's a like the West Africans in Britain do really, really well on academic test scores. I wonder why. Probably because like their countries are not all that
Racism?
great.
Probably
No, I think
racism.
it's no, I think it's unless it's racist towards white people.
You know, it's the joke, you know, because everything is apparently racism.
Oh my God, West Africans beat Caribbean blacks. Wait a minute, they're both black. We can't say racist.
Oh my God, if you're like a Nigerian immigrant to a Western country,
You do really well.
You must have the easiest time getting into college. Like,
You're black and really well spoken. Wow. What happened to you guys? We were colonized by the British earlier on. We learned from the white men.
Colonization does a lot to improve the situation.
Do
Okay,
you
that
guys know about the
Is that an
Igbo
actual
tribe
song?
in Nigeria?
No, I just came up with it. I don't know if you heard it, but there was this amazement in my voice when I realized, holy shit, I made that actual version.
And it would be a good song. We should play a beat to it.
Yeah, just feel free to do something. I mean, we got a resident singer here. We can do a duet.
We have a resident singer here?
Yeah, second.
Oh, all right, fair enough.
On a completely unrelated note, I've just been
Wait, what
toying
was that?
around-
You and me could finish the song "Colonization Improves the Situation" and do a duet. I'd
heard-
fucking join that.
I've heard someone do a parody of Baby Got Back, and they called it Man I Hate Blacks.
Ooh.
It was really
I'll be
funny
right back,
because
my dad's calling me.
it was funny because the parody was made by a black guy.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like you can't find anyone being more racist towards black than other black people.
I remember him doing the song, and he was just saying, "Oh my God, I gotta make this a song." And I thought, "Yes, please do," because it's so fucking funny. It was so good as well. I think if I can find it, it's probably still up on YouTube. It's bad because I know the title of the video, and it's it features words that I can't repeat in here. It was I think it was a Walgreens in America getting stolen by like 60 blacks. They just storm and just loot the place, like raid it. And the security camera just shows like an avalanche of blacks. Yes, I'm aware that the language. Just storming the place and then just looting and then just running out. And it's weird because it's not like one or two, it's like a whole group. You know, when you get 60 people to storm a place, you should probably have a conversation about your parents. Or lack thereof. Or parent, should I say, probably.
Because
I know I'm
statistics-
poking fun at stereotypes here, but there's a reason there's stereotypes.
Yeah. Again, that's what I always said. Stereotypes exist for a reason.
It's because they're based on truth.
Indeed.
Yeah, I hate people who say that, oh, stereotypes aren't true. Like, yes, they are. How do you think they came to be stereotypes?
There's a reason why fat people have a problem of eating disorders.
Yeah. You know what's a funny stereotype that makes no sense?
Go on.
Right? Is metalheads tend to have long hair and a beard. Especially like if you have long hair. The instant if you're a guy, instant is you either like metal or you play metal. Tends to be a thing. And I find it really weird that metalheads tend to be very anti-religious and anti-Christian, but with the long hair and a beard, you all look like Jesus.
Base.
You hear that, metalheads? Y'all Christian.
Yeah, you all like shave the tattoos off your skin, and you all look like disciples of Jesus.
Shave the
Pretty
tattoos
much.
off your skin. Oh, that'd hurt.
I remember just looking at a picture of Jesus once with like Chris Cornell, and Chris Cornell just looks like Jesus, and I went, "Oh my God, this is like a common metalhead thing, but you all look like Christ." Kind of funny, actually. Like, oh, we hate God. Then why do you dress like him?
I wonder if there's any like hardcore Christian like death metal. There probably
there's definitely
is.
some. But I can't imagine you screaming guttural screaming and praising Jesus. It just doesn't sound right. Or like Christian rap, it just sounds cringy. Normal rap
Yeah.
sounds cringy enough, but when you're mixing God, like no.
Hmm.
Just
I think I've heard one good Christian rap song.
I've heard this one Christian rock song. It goes like, "God, our God is an awesome God."
Oh, that one.
It's
That's-
really
that's a
fucking
classic song.
catchy, and I love it. I heard it when I was a teenager. I just can't get it out of my fucking head.
Yeah. Yeah, even one of my like hyper atheist friends like got that song stuck in his head for a while.
they're like, oh God, I hate this. It's like
It's a really good
Good.
song. It's a really good song.
We all know well no, the best rap ever is a Christian rap.
Really?
I don't know what my favorite
My
rap
crew
song would
is
be.
big and it keeps getting bigger.
Nigga,
That's
Okay.
because Jesus Christ is
my nigga.
No, that's not the one I was talking about though. Like unironically, I have heard like one
I
pretty
just
good.
quoted a song, okay? It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can say that you'll be all right.
I have heard like one really good like Christian rap. I think it was like by NF and Flame.
oh, thank God.
You know what South Africans rap about? They rap about food.
That's
not even a joke.
That's kind of based.
At least they don't do about anything else, I guess.
Yeah,
it's
that's
because,
actually really wholesome.
yeah, like one of the lines is in Afrikaans we have something called potjiekos, which is like a witch's cauldron of like a massive cast iron pot that just it's a massive stew is thrown into, and they would rap about that would be one of the lines featured in it. Something like only fucking South Africans would do this. Like not even the Americans would do this.
What's it called again?
Potjiekos.
Yeah, I could hear Charlton Copley saying that.
Yeah, it's Potjiekos. It's really weird because in Afrikaans, if you put key at the end of something, the TJIE, it usually it means small. Like pot is obviously pot, and potjie is small pot, and it's not small. It's a giant fuck off pot.
Oh, that contextualizes one of his lines from Elysium then.
I can find the fucking. It's actually a good rap song as well. It's like it's just, and the thing of it is, the colored people in South Africa are very strange because they and the Afrikaans people, they have a tendency of mixing English and Afrikaans in a way that would only make sense to us. That's kind of like our slang, which is probably not all that good, but it's just like how we speak. So we'll mix the two, and when they speak English, it is the funniest thing. Because colored people speaking Afrikaans is because they speak more Afrikaans than they speak English. So when they mix it, it just
No, that term is offensive. You have to use people of color.
oh fuck off! I'm not American.
Honestly, no, that actually like colored people actually sounds better because that makes it sound like a descriptor, whereas people of color makes it
Sounds
sound like some
condescending.
weird like well, it makes it sound like some weird like nationality or like cults. Like we are the people,
of color. Yeah,
Like what? What?
I
The
find it
color-
really
the color.
yeah because in South Africa there's a people of like Malaysian descent and mixed with other tribes from Africa, and they're specifically to that region of South Africa. They're called the Cape Coloureds. So when we say colored, it's a reference to where you're from. And I find it
Oh,
really
okay,
weird
so-
because that's apparently offensive, but saying African American is not. It's the same fucking thing.
Well, it's also like we call black people. We don't call them people of blackness because that'd just be fucking weird.
Yeah,
Like,
it sounds off.
although I wouldn't
like a
be
cult.
surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the progressives moved in that direction the next like
People of
15 years.
blackness.
Instead of white people and black people, it's people of whiteness and people of blackness.
Well, I'm certain they will, and I'm certain it'll be a lot faster.
Like,
because
fucking
remember,
critical
everyone
race
can be
theory
white.
sets the line for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If everyone can embody the aspects of whiteness, and whiteness is evil, therefore Priti Patel goes in the gulag with the rest of us.
It's like, I fucking
Wish she will
hate
get
that
passed
because
around like a muffin.
it's the exact same. It's the exact same as like fucking white nationalist rhetoric or whatever. It's like it's the same thing as white supremacist rhetoric. Like, oh, whiteness is, being on time and like having a work ethic. Like that sounds like something a Nazi would say.
Yeah, pretty much. I wish Priti Patel was just in better shape because she's a bit on the larger side. But if she was in better shape, I think she'd be one of the most attractive politicians I've ever seen in my entire life. She's a good-looking woman. I'll give her that. More so than anyone else. And don't think of AOC. AOC is not attractive.
AOC
Yeah,
could
her
have,
eyes, like her creepy eyes, just like
Yeah, she's got
kill
bug eyes for
anything.
days.
but AOC could have been hot, but unfortunately, her personality fucking kills her.
I would rather shag Ann Coulter over AOC.
What about that fish? What about fish-eyed lady?
Oh,
What about that?
And Lori Lightfoot?
Lori Lightfoot.
Yeah, how much would you have? How much alcohol do you
not
need?
none. There
I mean-
isn't enough beer in the world.
Exactly, and not only that, I
And she's
would
gay.
need every kind of drug in existence.
To make her
You know what-
face normal?
Yes, and I would die from an OD. So
You would
I
have to
cannot
like.
look at her and take her seriously because her eyes look so spaced out.
Look,
You would have to like.
I've
you
got a
would have
better
to
idea.
threaten.
I've got a better idea.
Like you would
Shane.
have to. Yeah, you would have to threaten one of my loved ones, and like give me like 3 doses of Viagra to make that work.
Look, Trim, I've got a far
You'd
better
have to
idea.
be like.
okay.
You'd have to be like, if you don't fuck Lori Lightfoot, I'm killing your child. Like that.
Here you go. Look, I'll do it for you, Slice. But I've got a better idea, Trim.
All right.
Fuck Lori Lightfoot's wife and make Lori Lightfoot watch.
Yeah, Cuck Lightfoot. That works. I forgot she was a lesbian.
Yeah, I had no idea.
Let's
Of course,
be
it
let's
makes
be honest,
sense.
And
if
her
she
wife
was-
is white.
It makes sense.
Well, I had no
Like-
fucking idea because it's just not like relevant.
I mean, I
But
think it's
she
kind
is
of
a
obvious
black
looking at her, no
lesbian
man
of
would shag
colour.
her.
That's it, and by lesbian standards, it can't be that bad.
She looks slow.
I mean, she looks like a fish out of water.
Yeah, literally. I've seen, you know what's really funny whenever I look at her face? I remember there was this one photo of some woman and she had really, really bad Botox in her face. And it looked like someone pulled her face, like just grabbed the back of her head and pulled. And her face looks like that. That's what her
Yeah.
eyes remind me of.
I mean, when I look at Laura Lightfoot, I am reminded about the cod we serve every time we're in Buddha. Every
Just-
time you
just
just
look
see
like
that
that.
fish being just cut up, and you just look at those beady fucking eyes and
Oh
that
my god.
gaping mouth. That's it. That's what I see.
Stop making me think of Lori Lightfoot's face. It's kind of creeping me out.
I'm sorry. I just can't fucking help it. The definition of a fish person. I've read books where people are described like a fish, and it's like, holy shit.
This is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, it actually exists.
It makes me think of like a short story by Lovecraft we read in high school where this dude goes to this like town. There's a bunch of fish people.
You know what? There is one positive thing about her is that she is the epitome of you can succeed in politics when you have every strike of oppression against you. You're short, you're black, you're female, you're stupid, and you're ugly. And you're
And a
mayor.
lesbian.
And lesbian.
Yes.
Oh
So
my god.
don't give me this crap of, ooh, we're oppressive. How the fuck did you get here?
Wait, she's
Oh my
called
God.
Lightfoot. Does that mean she also is Native American?
She probably claims to be.
It means she's a thief.
Wait, speaking of Lovecraft, Spoon, do you know what Lovecraft named his cat?
Do I want to know?
I'll just say it starts with an N.
And it ends with a man.
Was his cat a cat of color?
Yes.
I don't know. I just know that he actually named his cat.
The cat was black with a little bit of white.
Dude,
And he called it little N-word man.
Dude, we can't. There's this one poem he wrote. We cannot read it on the podcast, but I'm gonna share it in memes.
You want me to read it out loud?
Yeah, on your show.
No, actually, do not read it on podcast. No.
I must know what it is. Hold on.
Yeah, I'm about to spoil.
Give me a sec. What the hell is my... Oh, wait.
Yep. I'll post it in memes, but we're not reading it on.
This shit. Let's see. Have a look.
We're not reading it on podcast, Spoon. We're not reading it on podcast.
Let's see if I can substitute baselines.
We're not reading it on podcast.
Oh!
I would like to be employed at some point in my life.
Oh boy.
Is it in general?
It's in memes.
It's in memes.
Oh, it's
I
in
would
memes.
like to be employed at some point in my life, Spoon.
Don't worry, it's not you reading it.
Yes,
Oh
but
my
also
God,
I'd like to
Spoon.
keep my YouTube channel, so please
Oh
don't
my
read it.
God. I'm begging.
The hell is that? In the creation. Oh my.
So, like, what the fuck?
Forgotten that one. Oh no. When long ago.
So fucking. Like, fuck.
Holy shit! Oh, that's yeah. He was Lovecraft was a
Yeah.
That's even above how much I'm willing to joke.
Yeah. Yikes.
Fucking- Oh,
When was this written?
1912 by the looks of it.
Oh. Okay, so if I made a time machine, I know what time I'd like to go back to,
of course.
so that
Oh
I
my
can
God.
see this being conceived and find it very funny. Say what you want about the 1900s; they were a lot funnier than we were.
I don't think he's memeing though.
That's why it's
He
funny,
ain't.
because to them it's just
He
that's what they
is.
actually think. To us, it's just comedy.
Oh my God.
What's the holy crap bit?
What?
No, I just say a Bezic links mine and just says holy crap. I don't know
Ah,
what's the holy crap bit.
you've got over 300 subscribers, you bastard.
Oh, that. Oh. I thought you meant because all of them are just 100%.
That too, but they've also all got nearly 300 views. You're doing well, man. Doing well.
Spoon, remember us when you're famous.
Please do.
I've had someone, like a bunch of people just said like this will take off really well, and I'm like, I don't know how, because I don't promote this and I don't have any social media to promote it, so I'm literally just putting shit out.
Yeah, but
You're
That
promoting it on
that's-
Lotus Eaters, though. And apparently they're enjoying
Yeah.
it.
yeah.
But yes, when you were
I'm-
rich and famous, do remember we were the ones who bullied you into starting your channel?
Please remember.
Oh my fucking god.
Yes, but
What-
yes,
what
but as a Randian objectivist, I don't feel any moral obligation to you.
Oh,
Rich.
just oh my fucking god! A friend of mine just linked me something, and it's just oh my. If you thought the ambulance was bad,
Oh god.
this is
Oh.
worse.
Oh. This is promising. This is already promising. If it's worse,
Oh
then
my god! This is
we're talking about that ambulance during their new that June festival thing they're having now, right?
Juneteenth, yes.
Yeah.
And it's worse than that.
I just have a friend of mine. I hate you. There we go.
Is it a dildo? Is it a rainbow dildo butt monkey twerking on an ambulance?
It's worse.
At this point, I
What?
wouldn't be surprised by that.
Some species should go extinct.
The rainbow twerking
Okay,
butt monkey
now,
is one of them.
Just okay. I okay now. This is gonna make this so much worse. What you just said, right? I want you to keep that in mind, and then just think about that while I link this. Hold on.
Oh god.
Where are you gonna link it?
I'll
Where are you
probably
gonna-
link it in memes. Hold on a second.
So keep in mind a rainbow dildo butt monkey twerking on an ambulance.
Don't want to. I mean, you don't want me to bring up Laura Lightfoot. You don't need to bring up the abomination that is a fucking. Oh Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I mean-
Discord. Hello.
I mean, like, objectively, right? Like, the rainbow dildo butt monkey is worse, but Lori Lightfoot enters more Canyon Valley territory.
She does, but she isn't an abomination, now is she?
Eh,
Wait a
citation
minute.
needed.
Never mind. I think I might have spoken too soon. What? No, I didn't say anything wrong. No. In Minecraft.
Remember the Tucker Carlson, like, video where he's talking about Lori Lightfoot's emails and he does, like, a Stephen King thing where he goes,
Yeah, I want to link this.
"Here's Lori."
See now what you said about extinct. Now think about that.
Okay,
What is this?
Where,
Oh,
What the hell?
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
What is this?
Yep.
what is going on?
Yep. Again, I literally to my friend who linked that,
Dude,
I said
the-
I hate
the-
you.
yeah.
Why? She
the-
was in a hospital.
Yeah.
Dude, the nurse, doctor, whatever on the left just looks like fucking embarrassed. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yep.
Yeah. If you guys want to see this, and I recommend not, check it out in memes, because I cannot put that on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's just
What? It's yeah, the video Spoon sent.
yeah.
If that
Yeah.
doesn't violate editorial policy, it fucking well should.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah, it's just
it's pretty fucking bad. Let's just say that.
yeah, it's just and then you
No,
wonder
I'm
why
sorry.
stereotypes exist.
I'm sorry. Twerking is the worst like dance ever to
It's
curse
not
humanity.
a dance. If anyone calls twerking a dance, they're wrong.
Yeah.
Simple as.
Like,
Humanity's doomed.
I won't mind actually.
Can I say something very base but quite offensive?
Go
oh my
on.
god, I want to be employed
Scale it.
soon.
Scale it.
From
Just,
bad?
like 1 to like 10?
Yeah.
just don't get me banned off YouTube.
Okay. Well, you want to just post it in memes then?
Yeah, probably best.
Okay, well all of you are gonna laugh at this.
Okay. Now I'm looking forward to it.
Uh
Yes,
There we
Billy
go.
B. This can
Uh,
be real.
There we
This
go.
is true. Yes.
Yes,
I
yes, it
agree.
did, Spoon. Agreed.
Yes.
Yeah.
That there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but if I see that, I'm thinking like, yeah, it did.
It was
Oh my
justified.
Because
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry, my dear friends and family. But yes, it is exactly that.
Because you will never see that in a Western in a European hospital ever.
No, probably not.
I don't know, man. With okay, well,
Outside of London.
Britain's not in the European Union, but still Europe, the continent.
With Europeans.
I don't know. Give it 10 years, bro. Give it 10 years.
No, that's because there are so many things I want to make fun of that I can't. And it's pissing me off.
Spoon is oppressed.
Let's just say they'd be corrupted by insert adjective.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll be right back. Nature's calling. All that shit.
My God,
Remember to dig a hole first and then bury it.
I'm not a savage like you, American. I have what is called a toilet.
That is offensive to
That's
me,
the
sir.
Indians
I
that
am
have that problem, not the
1/32nd Native American.
Yeah, so
I
go
do
dig
not
a hole and
appreciate
take a
that.
shit in it.
I do not take kindly to the word savage, sir.
Indian? That better?
I'm
Nah.
reporting you to
Redskins.
Nordish authorities for hate crime.
Only the N-word counts for that. Now let me piss in peace.
who are you going to report him to? The SPLC? Someone called me Redskin.
Dear.
We need to make colonizer an offensive term. I don't like being called that. I didn't colonize anyone.
I mean, I wouldn't have any objections to doing some colonizing, but
I am in favor of arming Hong Kong and the Taiwans.
yes, based.
And ironically, I want to arm them with like Russian weapons because that's just really funny. I want to show you how to work this. This is an AK-47.
Spoon, a Russian operative. We're really ticking all of the leftist conspiracy checkbox here.
Oh, we must be telling the truth then.
I do not have any ties to the Kremlin. Not yet, anyway. Though I would consider myself an admirer of Vladimir Putin.
The Sons of Shadilay, brought to you by Russia.
Yeah, Spoon just looks at Putin writing what was he writing on?
Bear?
Yeah, he just looks at that picture like, yes,
Like,
that is
yes,
what I want to be as a man.
I want to have that as my leader. Or Khabib. Fucking wrestling bears.
Indeed. Well, yeah.
That's some good stuff, though. It's a lot of stupid shit, though.
No.
Oh, God.
Hi, I hope you enjoyed this segment from the Sultans of Shadilay podcast.
If you like this segment, please click like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out the full podcast in the description below.